This is a brief video on how to identify and correct comma splices in your writing. A comma splice is when you use a comma incorrectly to attach two complete sentences to each other. This first sentence is an example of a comma splice. Lust for authority corrupts Macbeth. We know that this is a complete sentence because we have a subject and we have a verb. The second part of the sentence after the comma is also a complete thought within itself, an independent clause. He kills Duncan to take the power for himself. We know that this is a complete sentence and could stand alone because it also has a subject and a verb. Since both clauses on either side of the comma could stand by themselves, this comma is incorrect. We have the same problem here with this sentence about the boy who harnessed the wind. William Kimkwamba portrays curiosity. This is also an independent clause, which means it's its own sentence, a complete sentence that can stand alone. We have a subject and we have a verb. What comes after the comma? He questions why the wires in the radio are different colors when with his cousin Jeffrey. We have a subject and a verb. This could also stand alone as its own sentence, which means this comma is not correct. It's called a comma splice. Now, the way that we fix a comma splice, you have a few options. Lust for authority corrupts Macbeth, and he kills Duncan to take power for himself. If you add a conjunction, you can keep the comma. You may remember that sometimes we abbreviate all of our conjunctions with the word fanboys, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Another option for correcting a comma splice is to change your comma to a semicolon. If these two statements are directly related, you could use a semicolon. And then finally, you could simply put a period between the two clauses. So let's come down and correct this one next. And Kim Kamba portrays curiosity as he questions why the wires in radios are different colors when with his cousin Jeffrey. Or instead of adding a conjunction, you could use a semicolon, or you could simply put a period. So your three options for correcting a comma splice is to either add a conjunction after the period, to change your comma to a semicolon, or just to put a period between the two clauses.